Today I'm going to review the 2018 North Click Bar. I had the Click Bar in 2017 and I loved it. I thought it was awesome. An amazing bit of kit, it's like power steering. Okay, this is it. Haribo Christmas gift. Thanks guys. Here it is. So this is the 2018 bar. Lines look the same. It's got a different chicken loop option. You've got three options this year. Regular, smaller, and this version, which is for the rope slider. Comes with the short surf leash, and that is the rope slider chicken loop. So that goes onto here. This looks very similar to last year. Only problem I had last year was the floaters breaking off. Same North quick release, so should be pretty simple, I think. I could read the instructions of course, but line that up, push this in. Thread back in through there. So that's the rope slider chicken loops. Nice. I pulled mine apart last year inside in here, and I always cleaned out and washed after every use through here, but the stainless inside was amazing, so didn't seem to have any problems or any issues with all the things that everyone was concerning about. So like I say, flush through there, and the other thing I was careful to do as well was flush down through here, through this. Yeah, I think it was a pretty epic bar. Like I say, my only issues were these breaking, so I had to buy a couple of those last year. North gave me the first set, but yeah, I was a little bit disappointed when I first got it, when they broke, but I had to ride down in Cape Town for about 6 weeks with the sliders all floating about, or the floaters all sliding about. Was pretty annoying, but yeah, they replaced them. I don't know that I was over the moon with North's replacement policy, but Bracklesham did their best to help me out as much as they could, and those guys have always been very cool with any problems I've had with gear and kit. It's got a new V distributor this time. So you can put the V or the Y low, medium or high depending on your kite. See, most of the North seem to be high. For my pivot I was using it low, and on the pivot I have to say made a big difference. So people were having issues with last year on the old one, so obviously that comes off, and this year that's just a case of that slides up between the coloured spots. So I'm assuming red's for one of the kites. Just put that on, tighten that up, and yeah, now this year's got a little metal sleeve in there, so that hopefully that can run through without wearing out, which is nice. Sweet, looks beautiful. I've had to look in the manual and I can't find a way to move it below this, below the stopper, to get it at the other end of the bar for the low Y, but I'm assuming in that case, I can't see anything in the manual, maybe there is, that I just bring it up and off the top and then remove it, and then stick this bit in the bag for safekeeping. Inside the bag, same as last year, there's pigtails. So the idea is there's a set of pigtails there to fit all kites, and I love these, so that's great. Really nice addition. This green plastic here is for rethreading the steering lines down through. So to rethread the steering lines through here when you change the lines or clean out through here or anything else. But I have to say I didn't have any issues with this last year. It's a beautiful system, beautiful setup. And I have to say, I think there's less wear on this bar than there are on conventional bars. I think a lot of people were concerned that with this bar for being new in 2017 that North had created something that didn't need to be invented, which I understand and I get that, but that's not the way I feel about it. And I feel they did a very good job of creating something new, more simple, a little more elegant, easier to use, and with less things to go wrong. So the D-Power, everything was in pretty good condition. The only thing I have to say I wasn't happy with was the North lines. I don't feel they last as well as they should do, but I love the way the rest of the bar works. Now I see here what they've done. This is nice. Okay, so this could be a nice addition this year. So this is new. So before, in last year, this line, the steering line, continued through and was a one piece all the way through. Now this year this is changed, so this will be easier to replace these, which I'm going to do with my mates in Tarifa at Tarifa Loft. He's putting in some new Tectonic sort of Kevlar lines, same as come with the core. He's getting some of those in, so I'll be replacing these lines with those off him, and he's doing those for around 150 euros, which is I think it's like about 100 euros cheaper than the North lines. And yeah, then I've got these as a spare, but I know that the other ones I've got are super good. I love the 2017. I can't believe the 2018 is going to be anything other than better. I love having a rope slider harness, so the rope slider chicken loop for me is going to be massive, or certainly a bonus. The only thing I couldn't work out last year, how to take up stretch or shrinkage in the line lengths. But yeah, I couldn't see how to adjust, like I say, to take up any slack. So I ended up just in a couple of the lines during the course of the year having to tie a knot in that to adjust, which didn't seem quite right to me. I think there's probably enough videos out there on how this system works. You turn that to power up. So that's fully sheeted in, and then you just push the button to sheet out, and away you go. So yeah, I mean, I loved it. I thought it was a perfect system. Worth noting, there's a grub screw here on the sliding stopper that adjusts the friction the stopper slides at, and you might want to loosen that or tighten it. What were the problems last year were these breaking, and like I say, the floaters breaking through here. So these are definitely a different design for this year, so hoping that works out. And again, you probably know that that's the other power indicator in there. So when you're powered up, you can see the power there, and when you depower, you can see the red going the other way. So, but it does need to be under tension, doesn't work off tension. So anyway, it's a great system. I loved it, and to be honest, most people that rode it really liked it. I've wondered if I was holding it in too high a regard last year, but I have to say I went back to riding a normal bar after I sold my bar last year, and I couldn't wait to get this bar back again. And yeah, it just tightened up an old kite I had. I've got a 12-meter Bandit 4 that I thought I was going to get rid of, but still a great kite in great condition. And I put this bar on it, and man, it was just turned out like a new kite. So one bar fits all my kites, does everything. It's cheaper than buying 2 bars, a new kite. So for the £100, $100, 100 euros extra over a conventional bar, I don't think it's an awful lot of money. And for an intermediate like myself, I really think it took me to another level and gave me a lot more confidence in my gear, and I love it. So yeah, I'd love to hear what anyone else thinks of it if they've got one, and yeah, I'll get it out on the water and I'll take it to Cape Town with me and let you guys know what I think of it. So there you go, that's my review of the North 2018 Click Bar. Let me know what you think. If you'd like me to say anything else, obviously I'm not a pro, I'm just a guy that likes my gear and I like to ride, and I wanted to see videos like this before I bought it. I couldn't find anything, so I thought I'd let you know what I think of it, and having used one last year, that what I thought of it. I'm also trying out the Core Sensor Pro 2 bar because I love the idea of their lines not wearing out. And I'm also going to check out the Ben Wilson Blue Chip Click Bar as well, because I couldn't find any info on that. I really wanted it because I love the idea of those lines on that one over this one. But the rope slider chicken loop really has got me on the North, and having used it last year, I knew how good it was. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get this, check out the others and decide which one I like the most. Let you guys know. Yeah, let me know. Put something in the comments below if and let's kind of get a bit of a discussion going about this. Like I say, I'm not a pro, I'm not an instructor, I'm not anything, I'm just a regular rider, and I enjoy my gear, but I don't expect this to be a definitive review, and I hope it only just helps you know what the colours look like and what my thoughts are, and hopefully that's useful to you. If so, peace, and hope to see you on the water.